Somewhere between your chest and the cloud, your heartbeat, it's online. Pacemakers, insulin pumps, even sleep trackers quietly send life signs to distant servers. Your pulse, once incredibly private, now has an IP address. It's kind of miraculous, but a little bit unnerving, right? The body, once a mystery, is now a message. What does it mean when the thing that keeps you alive also keeps you connected? Today, we're going to explore this very innovative medical tech. So if this interests you, come along.
Welcome to the insides of my logbook while doing a PhD in AI. I'm hoping that you think, I hadn't thought about it like that.
When doing some research for this episode, I came across Medtronic, their CareLink network, where they actually send messages from pacemakers and I think those diabetes monitors to actual doctors or healthcare professionals. If something is going wrong, i.e. something's wrong with your blood sugar level, your insulin levels, or something's going wrong with your heart. And in this instance, a heartbeat becomes a notification. And for those patients, it's actually this peace of mind. It's safety. They're able to sleep without fear, knowing that, hey, someone will know when something is wrong. And it won't just be this intuitive thought that most of us have, where we're like, my chest kind of hurts. Am I having a heart attack? Is there something wrong? It kind of gives it this quantified, measured realness. You kind of get what I mean if you've ever been anxious about something like this. But it's also quite strange. This rhythm that makes you human now lives on a dashboard. And somewhere, maybe a doctor, or definitely a computer, may know that your heart has skipped a beat before you even know. That's weird, right? Kind of cool, but weird. Because it feels like this is my thing. It's mine. No one else knows about this. A heartbeat is this sense of poetry. It's something that's there that you don't actively put attention on until you do. And then that's only where all your attention goes. It's something that we feel. Lovers counted it under ribs, doctors through stethoscopes, and now it has the possibility to be a data stream. Perfect, precise, archived, and fetchable later. Let's run some data analytics on this. This same beat that used to symbolize emotion, symbolize feeling alive, symbolize sometimes an incredibly anxious feeling, now symbolizes information. We've made the body transparent, but in doing so, maybe we've removed some of the mystery. I personally don't know anyone with a pacemaker, but when I was in med school, the cadaver that was next to mine actually had a pacemaker, and I was able to see it being dissected and how the wire goes around into the heart. It was an incredible piece of engineering that truly changed my perspective on human technological integration, because that person would not have lived their 75 years without that piece of technology. It's crazy to think that your heart is beating autonomously right now. And for some people, that would not be the case without some technology sparking that. Crazy. So the pacemaker isn't worn, it's implanted. As I described before, the wires go into the heart and it sits there inside your body forever. This pacemaker becomes part of your body's rhythm. When your heartbeat depends on code, the question isn't where does the device end? It's where do you begin? For the first time, the body includes firmware, encryption, and sometimes some server uptime. The language of biology and the language of computing now share this common pulse. It's not man using machine anymore. It's man becoming machine in order to stay alive. And that makes this the most human type of technology. The kind that must join us completely in order to work. But maybe that's not something to fear. Maybe humanity has always been about adaptation. Tools turning into organs, instincts turning into interfaces. A pacemaker isn't proof that we're becoming less human. It's proof that life keeps finding these new ways to evolve. Flesh, metal, signal, all collaborating on this shared common goal of continuing humanity. Darwin would have something to say about this. The heartbeat doesn't belong to the body, the device, nor the cloud. It belongs to whatever it keeps beating. And I guess I never really thought about it like that. This is like a whole new type of evolution. Hello, good evening. It's a little bit later now. I went to go play paddle, and I would rank racket sports, tennis, squash, paddle. But let me not talk too deep into this. Everybody is tired. It's 11:49. It's time for our thought experiment. Imagine one day if you could replace every organ in our body with a digital version. Heart, lungs, brain, spleen. If the rhythm never stopped, but the material kept changing, would that person still be you? Maybe the question isn't where life ends, but how far are we willing to travel to keep it going? Quite a deeply weird one for a Friday. But I'm gonna go to bed because I am exhausted. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming along the journey.